really well now that I've been up here so long. Thank you for coming to the first ever talk show about life here on this side of the river. Hello, Vancouver. We are so excited that there are so many of you here. This project is a labor of love, and we love the fact that all of you beautiful people came out to join us tonight. Now, before we get started, I do want to take a minute. Oh, you guys, we have a show to do. Come on, afterwards. Okay, so I want to tell you a little bit about how we got here, like why we're even doing this show. Now, I don't know, if, in case you guys missed it, on the marquee and published everywhere, my name is Temple, and I love Vancouver. I just love it here. And some of you may know me from my blog, The Daily Couve, where thank you, where I make fun of local people and politicians. Crap, I said that wrong. I was supposed to say local people in politics because we're not supposed to say that politicians aren't people. So, but the reason that I make fun, well, there's two reasons. One is because sometimes things get so bad that you have to laugh so you don't cry. And the other reason is, it's because I do love it here. And I want to celebrate the things that make this place fantastic. And I want to work on the things that are broken. And it turns out there's a whole lot of other people in town who feel the exact same way. We love it here. And we want to continue to make this place better. So in that spirit, a few of us got together and we decided to put on a little show for you. So this show is a love note to Vancouver. It's a love note to this amazing place in the southwest corner of Washington State, across the river from Portland. Now, a lot of people that I know in Portland, when they find out I live in Vancouver, will say things like, "You live in Vancouver?" And they'll say it like that, with that thing in their voice, like, "Really? Why would anybody live there?" And instead of dissembling, instead of like making up some story or trying to pretend like we're inferior, I'm just like, yeah, I live in Vancouver. Why the hell don't you? We have some amazing people and organizations in this town who are doing incredible work. But because we're in a little bit of a media vacuum, sometimes we don't get as much attention to those things as we might otherwise. So at Hello Vancouver, what we're going to do is we're going to have conversations about community issues and talk about the ways that people are being proactive in this town to make it a better place for all of us. We're going to hear from bands and performers and artists who are making their art here in Southwest Washington. We're going to tell some jokes, we're going to have some fun, and we're going to look at some of the weird and wonderful things that are happening here that you might not know about. Now, this show has involved the efforts of dozens of people who have stepped up to help us out. We wouldn't have been able to do it without everybody who's volunteered their time. And a lot of you are in this room right now, and I want to thank you. And I want to give you a round of applause for being awesome. Clap, clap, now. Thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you who has helped bring this show to fruition. We really couldn't have done it without you. And now for all the rest of you, who we'll catch the next time around and you'll be helping us on the next show. But thanks, this place is packed. Thank you to all of you who came out to see this show. I mean, we wouldn't have a show without you. I mean, we might as well have just done it in my living room if y'all didn't show up, which is what I was worried we were going to have to do. So thank you for coming out tonight. Now, for tonight's show, I want to tell you a little bit about what we've got coming up. We have some incredible guests. We're going to talk about chronic homelessness here in Vancouver, and we're going to talk with Andy Silver, Executive Director of the Council for the Homeless, and Commander Amy Foster from the Vancouver Police Department. We're going to meet 3 members of the Storm City Roller Girls, our very own hometown roller derby league. We're going to talk with Seth Aaron Henderson, 2-time Project Runway winner who lives right here in Vancouver. We've got a few fun little videos for you, and we also have the amazing band River Twain here with us tonight. Now, before we get to that, I was wondering if any of you guys saw the article in the paper about the demographics of some of our Washington state legislators. Even though our state itself is actually pretty diverse, it turns out that most of our state legislators are old, rich, white men. So, am I to take it that none of you saw that as news either? The interesting thing, though, that the article didn't point out was that here in Clark County, we actually only have one state senator who happens to be an old, rich, white man. It's my good friend, Don Benton. And the thing I love about Don is that he doesn't reflect the demographics of his district. And in fact, many of the people he represents disagree with him on almost every issue. But the awesome thing about Don is that he is the only state senator actively trying to build his fortune by suing the people he's supposed to represent. It takes a certain someone to do that. Now, there was another article that I wanted to talk about. I don't know if you guys saw the article about the new Twitter account, Clarkfession, that is getting some attention, not entirely positive. It's high school students who are tweeting about their sexual experiences. I think Diana Kretschmar actually got on there and started tweeting herself. But some of the content in this thing is actually pretty adult, and it's concerning a lot of people. My take on it, though, I went and I checked it out, like you do, and I was looking at the account and I realized, wow, it actually is pretty adult. And apparently, I had an entirely different high school experience from a lot of these kids. I mean, it's not that there weren't those kids, whatever, people having those experiences in my high school. There were. They just didn't choose to hang out with me. Because I realized when I thought back on it, if we'd had Twitter when I was a kid, the kinds of tweets that I would have been making would have been like, doodled too many hearts on my algebra folder tonight. Or, oh God, what? I know. Listen to Morrissey again. Went for a walk in the rain. Now I have a cold. And so, thinking about the kinds of tweets that I would do as a kid made me wonder, okay, well, what would my Clarkfessions be as an adult? And I have to say, they're really not a whole hell of a lot better. I mean, no, I know, oh, sad face. No, seriously, if I were to do Clarkfessions right now, it'd be things along the lines of, considered making out with my boyfriend, but Parks and Recreation was on. Hashtag must-see TV. Or, I think I need to get a little more real with you about the actual situation in my life right now, so a more honest tweet would be things like, went to Krispy Kreme alone. Again. Oh dear God, why won't this donut fill the hole in my soul? Thank you for laughing at that. I'm really not sure how to take it.